Hello, everyone. It's me, Captain Blueberry Buckaroo, aka Lancer737, and today I'm going to be visiting everyone's Equestria that I can possibly visit in one setting. So we left off on cheese. So we are going to go visit Goldie Knight, which is a pretty cool sounding name. First try. Here you go, Goldie Knight. This place looks fantastic, actually. So it hasn't spread out too far to an extent, but it still looks very, very nice. Like how everything is set up in this Ponyville, and it's well balanced between housing and nature and rocks and stuff, and it looks very, very nice. And believe it or not, my favorite spot is actually probably gonna have to be this spot. What is on the screen looks really awesome. It is my favorite part. Got the happiest tree ever. The hotel looks fantastic, especially with the things that have been set around it to make it feel more extravagant, in my opinion. Um, yeah, this this is a very fantastic place. There's so many things that I like about it that I almost feel like this is going to be a hard one to beat for today out of all the ones that I'll see today. Ghuli Knight, you did a fantastic job. And I wish you good luck in what time is left for the campaign that we are in the middle of doing. So, anyway, I wish you good luck and have a good day. Now, there's no MLP. Oh, no. Well, I guess that's it. Oh. Well, I guess it's not it then. It came back. I was going to say there's no MLP news for today. Not much news for anything really. There's rumor that the latest Halo game that's supposed to be coming out has been set back. If anyone is a Resident Evil fan and was looking forward to Resident Evil 3, from the gist of what I've seen and what I've seen people say about it, besides watching some people play it, it looks good. It has a lot of cool Easter eggs in it. But at the same time, a lot of people are feeling like that the game is so short that it feels like it should have been more of a DLC for the remake of Resident Evil 2. And from what I've seen, almost 80% of the original Resident Evil 3 game that came out on the PlayStation 1 is missing from this remake. And I think that's grievous, because when you do a remake, it's to enhance it and add a lot of cool new things, update graphics, even add touches to story arc, or even branch out with new elements to the story arc. And you can go crazy with that. But I've never heard of a remake that removes most of the original game. That sounds insane. And then, like, spoiler alert, there's all the original bosses are gone. It's just the Nemesis now that's the boss. Kind of conflicted about it, because I can kind of see where they're going with, because they want it focused on the Nemesis since it is specifically chasing you down. I guess they felt like it wouldn't have made sense for it to suddenly disappear, but you're having to deal with other kind of bosses in the game. But at the same time, like I said, I think it's grievous to have a lot of the stuff removed from the game. It just seems wild, and I kind of don't like some of the elements excuse me, I don't like some of the elements that they've added to the Nemesis, because one of the things that made the Nemesis so dangerous was how intelligent it is, and it can use weapons and stuff like that. But its weakness was that it wasn't anywhere near as durable as other tyrants. If you know what I'm talking about, if you like Resident Evil. This thing now, not only is it just as intelligent as it was before, and not only can it use a lot of weapons that never existed before, but Now it's more durable than a lot of the other monsters in the games, and I feel like it ruins a lot of the elements from other games as well, and parts of the lore. Because the Nemesis now feels like it's more powerful and more intelligent than the William Brinken monster from Resident Evil 2. And it kind of ruins the idea of why Umbrella would come looking for him for the G virus when the T Nemesis virus, not only can it do everything the G virus can do, the monster still stays intelligent. The G virus one doesn't. It mostly becomes mindless and is just attacking everyone and everything, or close to it. Um, Other than that, I can't really think of anything of interest to myself that I could bring up for news. I didn't expect to become a news channel or anything, but scrolling through this, need to talk about something instead of just going blank. Um, Apparently, if anyone likes Blade from the Marvel series, especially Wesley Snipes' Blade, which I think it's grievous that someone else is going to be playing as him. Apparently, the new remake of Blade is going to be a PG-13 movie, which for a vampire movie, that's not good. Um, you're missing out on having a lot of the elements that normally would fit a vampire movie, like the gore and stuff like that, and it's going to feel weird. It's also going to feel weird that the person playing his Blade now is not actually a trained martial artist like Wesley Snipes was. It just makes me so sad because Blade was one of my most favorite Marvel characters. Um, yeah, I can't really think of very much else. Not much really happening at the moment involving games and stuff like that, just because of things going on in the world right now, unfortunately. Um, Almost getting. Oh, Pinkie Pie. Oh, can't visit Pinkie Pie. I've not been invited. Okay, so here we go. Joe Star. Nurse music. Nope. Queen music. A lot of music here. Nope. Why is derpy music down there? That's pretty weird. I guess the friend list is messing up again. I guess it's not a guess. It just did a couple of minutes ago. Here you go, Derpy Daisy. Sorry, Cloud Daisy. Here you go. And I'm wishing you good luck in the campaign. And let's go check out your equestrian. So they've made it to Rarity's element of generosity, honesty, loyalty, and magic have not been met yet. But we're, like I've mentioned before, we're going down in level visiting, so it's gonna make sense to see people with less progress. Not to knock them or anything. It's just how it is. You know what? This place looks familiar. I think it's malfunctioned again. Which figures, right? Um. Anyway, Cloud Daisy, I did like your place. I'm sorry everyone for revisiting a place I've been to before. The game is just messing up. Anyway, thank you for your hard work, Cloud Daisy. Your place is pretty cool. Here we go. This is a really weird glitch, I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't even bother to show that it's loading. Oh, and if you like Star Wars Episode 9, apparently that is out now. And I could have swore I saw something with there being a special, special Uber, special collector's edition that comes with Episode 1 through 9 and probably a bunch of extra content of some kind. If you hear purring, it's because my cat Ritz has decided to show up and he's going to investigate everything, including what I'm doing on this phone. He's varies me right now. He's walking figure eights all over me, right? Don't know why, but when cats like people, they decide, hey, I'm gonna do a figure eight on you because it's all about me. I'm gonna purr and I demand fish, lots of fish or beef. He's more of a beef and chicken cat, actually, more than fish. Actually, oh no, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, I don't think he actually likes fish now that I think about it. And I have to warn you that the friends list is getting even weirder. It actually wouldn't even instantly load up anyway. If it acts up more, I might have to call this quits because it's just getting really annoying. And I'm sorry about that. But yeah, other than all those things, I'm not really seeing any news and everything or anything. Oh, and yeah, I mentioned the Star Wars stuff. Um, I suppose you can get it digitally if you want to be safe, or you can get the discs. But like I said, with discs or anything physical, if you order it or buy it, I would quarantine that for at least a month, maybe a little bit extra, couple days after a month, just to be sure. Don't want anyone to get sick. Of course, you could, rub everything down with sanitizer wipe, and that would fix it. I didn't ever mention that before, but as long as you're very careful with it and you make sure you get everything with the sanitizer wipe, then you can just have it immediately. That wouldn't work with the comics though, because if you ordered a physical comic, then you're gonna ruin it with the sanitizer wipe. So with that, I would definitely hold that for a little bit over a month before opening it up and looking at it. I still see that they're still in talks over just what movies will be coming out on streaming services as opposed to, oh, come on. This is going to be a really annoying day today. The music's malfunctioning, of course. Might as well take care of this for a second. Okay, let's try this again. Wait, the Questor back. This whole thing is screwy. Okay, let's try this again. And I'm not doing anything to make it glitch up like this. If it does it one more time, I am gonna call it quits though. But yeah, it looks like they're still in talks over what movies will just go straight to streaming and which ones won't. Let me know if you like movie theaters and if you were looking more forward to going to the theater and getting a bunch of popcorn and other snacks to go watch the movie, or if you'd just rather watch everything at home, just stream it. Movie theaters are overrated. I Go ahead and tell me down below which one you are. I love movie theaters, so of course I will never say it's overrated. Movie theater that one of the movie theaters I've gone to, the coolest one I've ever gone to, and it was really cool. Was it had tons of food there that you would not expect at a theater. Most theaters I go to, it's just candy and popcorn. It's like I don't care. I'm just gonna get a lemonade. But one of them I went to was selling 100% real all beef Vienna hot dogs. They were selling miniature pizzas. They were selling real White Castle hamburgers with the onions on them and everything. Um, Tons of different slushies. No, I take it back. Two different kind of, but high premium slushies. Tons of coffees, lots and lots of different drinks, insane amounts of different kinds of candies. And then they had some special hot cookie crunch cereal. I don't know. I guess people like hot cereals like that. I mean, when you think of hot cereal, you think of something like oatmeal, but I mean, like it's just a cereal by itself. By itself, they might add something to it, but it's heated up. But it was pretty cool. And then the other one that I went to had a gigantic monster arcade, and that was awesome. They had like a gigantic Star Wars flight simulator slash. Well, it was multiple things. It's not just a flight simulator. And they had a Mech Warrior simulator there. And then they had a bunch of light gun games and like I want to say they had a motorcycle and fighting arcade game there. It was pretty cool. Um, I think the biggest arcade I'd ever been to was the mall in might have been Illinois. I mean, it had a gigantic arcade. And the games in it were the most unique games I've ever seen. They had a game there where it's like you're using a samurai sword, and it plays a lot like how the Connect games would have played. And then they had a sniper game in it. And you had to use a game controller that looked like a sniper rifle, and then like when you're looking through the scope, it actually is its own view screen for the game. It was very unique because most light gun games, when you play them, even if they have a scope, it's just a piece of plastic. Um, and the lens itself probably won't be a lens, but this thing, the lens, the whole scope was a separate screen in itself that was imitating real, magnification and stuff like that. Because if you used like an actual scope on a game controller, it probably wouldn't mesh well zooming into a bright screen. But I don't know, maybe it could work. It's just it wouldn't have worked as well as how it's portrayed in that game, and it was really fun. And let's see, I think that they had House of the Dead there. I think that's one of the first places I ever played House of the Dead until I eventually got it on my Sega Dreamcast. Yeah, obviously it's much easier to beat it on the console than it is on the arcade, just because on the arcade it takes money to continue. In the game machine, once you've bought it, you don't have to worry about quarters for continues and stuff like that. That's weird. Well, I can't visit them anyway. um I hate to do this, especially with all the malfunctions that have happened, but I will have to cut this short, and this will have to be the last one. And I am very sorry about that. I'm just very busy today, and I technically shouldn't be, and things are just not going right, especially in this game. Not even not even scrolling properly, unfortunately. Um yeah, trying to think. I think those are the best arcades I've been to. Most other arcades, just a couple arcade machines. Actually, I'm more used to the arcades that they would have at like the laundromat. Not to knock those, because they had some really cool arcade machines there, and a pinball machine. But like one of them that I'd play a lot was an X-Men one that was 4 player, and then next to it was a Frankenstein arcade machine, which was based off the Robert De Niro Frankenstein movie. And huh, it's weird. Well, anyway, yeah, it was based off that movie, and then it had I forget what band played the music for it, but the music in the arcade machine was not what had anything to do with the movie. I actually had not ever seen the movie up until like so many years later. I assumed that music was in the movie somewhere, and it wasn't. I was kind of shocked when that happened. Okay, little nope. Magic Knight. Here we go. Don't forget to add Magic Knight. Their friend code is right next to their name. Well, they got to the elements, which is good. Not really seeing any Canterlot. I don't see the Canterlot Castle, so I'm assuming they still haven't unlocked Princess Luna, but I'm sure they'll get her eventually. The place is very condensed, but we're starting to get into the early game players, so it makes sense that it would still be kind of that way. So, if I were to pick a favorite spot in Magic Knight's Ponyville, probably would have to be this spot. I just like the combination of all the buildings. They're very detailed, and a lot of them have their own unique look, and they all just pretty much complement each other. Rainbow Dash is sort of doesn't. It sticks out, but that's fine. It's fine having a little bit of detail that doesn't quite mesh with the rest of it, but I still like it. And actually, speaking of Rainbow Dash, there she is hanging out with Pinkie Pie. Well, anyway, wish you a lot of luck, Magic Knight, and take it easy. And I'm sorry that this one is going to be a short one, especially with all the malfunctions that are occurring right now. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm very sorry about that. So today, gonna finish this off with a reading from the Little Black Book. April 5th, 2020. Dismas Ministry. Dismas Ministry is an organization which reaches out to those who are imprisoned. The ministry was begun in 2000 by Ron Zingler, who was working in the development of office of the priest of the Sacred Heart in Hales Corners, Wisconsin. Zingler noticed that the congregation received a fair amount of mail from prison chapels and inmates, often asking for Bibles and other religious material. This ministry was soon formed. Today, it supplies free religious materials for more than 700 prisoners in 50 states and 116 dioceses. The ministry also works to help heal the lives of both inmates and victims. On Palm Sunday, which is today, the Passion narrative is from Matthew, Mark, or Luke, rotating every 3 years. John's account is always read on Good Friday. This year's account is from Matthew. I was in prison, and you visited me. When I stop to think about it, nobody can love everybody. You can't even like yourself. I mean, you can't even like everybody, and you certainly can't help everybody. So how am I supposed to reach out in love to the kinds of people Jesus mentioned in the gospel? I am not, I may not be drawn to people who are poor or in prison, but Jesus is. He loves everyone, and he says that if we are kind to them, and if they, sorry, even if we are not drawn to them naturally, I am kind to him. Whatever you did to one of these least brothers of mine, you did for me. He also says, what you did not do for one of these least ones, you did not do for me. This week, the church celebrates the arrest, imprisonment, and death of Jesus. In a sense, his whole message, the whole gospel, can be summarized in 5 words. You did it to me. This is the key here. If I believe that, I will live differently. Palm Sunday ushers in the final week of the preparations for the elect, who will be baptized at the Easter Vigil. And that is today's reading from the Little Black Book. And again, I'm sorry that I didn't visit as many Ponyvilles as I normally would. The thing's malfunctioning, and I'm really, it's burning me out at the way the Friends list is malfunctioning, and I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. I'm very sorry about that. Anyway, I hope everyone stays safe and has a good Sunday. And good luck in the campaign.